Good morning. Good Wednesday morning. Some stuff to chit chat with real quick. Some stuff I find interesting. So, yesterday, there's a shooting in Chicago at a funeral. Okay, it was yesterday evening. Where it took place around 6:30. Right. So, 15 people were shot. And here you got a witness said it was raining bullets. Black car driving westbound on 79th Street. Occupants began firing at the attendees of a funeral. People at the funeral returned gunfire. 15 people, 10 women and 5 men, were taken to 5 different hospitals with gunshot wounds. You know if all the victims were attending the funeral or if any innocent bystanders were caught in the gunfire. Okay. We thought it was a war out here, said witness Ernita Getter. It's ridiculous over here. All this shooting is going on around here. It really needs to stop in this area. Police said they counted 60 shell casings at the scene. So this is a new trend in Chicago: shootings and more shootings. And I don't really see them doing much to remedy the situation. And then it kind of goes to, it makes me think anyway. My opinion, you've got this increasing violence in these democratic cities, and it's just increasing. Okay, so got this other article here. Trump threatens to deploy federal agents to Chicago and other U.S. cities led by Democrats. Okay, so these cities all have a duty to protect the residents and business owners of their city. Okay, and I feel, it's my opinion, and I think a lot of other people feel the same way, and I would definitely feel this way if I lived in one of those areas, where if the city can't protect the people that live there, the people that live and do business in those cities, then the government needs to come in and needs to step in. I mean, the state, there should be a level before that. The state itself should step in, okay, and do what they can, and then the feds should also come in, okay, and do what they got to do to protect the people of that city. So this picture from Portland. They've had a lot of crap going on there. The Chicago mayor, all right, she's anti-Trump, or she doesn't like Trump at all. She has concerns. So she has great concerns about the possibility that President Trump could send federal agents to the city to help quell spiking violence and protests. I don't understand why, you're a mayor of a city where this violence is out of control. Why would you not want other assistance? Okay, you don't want the people in your city to be protected? That doesn't really make much sense. So that's kind of the feeling that I get from that. All right. So let's see. We go from there. Let's go to this article on MSN from NBC in Connecticut. All right. A state lab finds 90 positive COVID-19 tests results were false. 90 people received positive COVID-19 results deny of the virus. Permit said the state public health laboratory uncovered a flaw in one of the testing systems it uses to test for SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. 90 of 144 people tested between June 15th and July 17th received a false positive COVID test report. Many are nursing home residents. State officials said the flaw has been reported to the manufacturer. The Federal Food and Drug Administration, the DPH, is taking immediate steps to make sure the patients are notified. You're seeing this more and more and more lately, where you've got, hey, we've got all these COVID patients, and then you come to find out there's really not that many. Right? That's happening more and more and more. So let's see. A follow-up from yesterday. The suspect in the shooting of at the judge's home in New Jersey, where her son was killed and her husband was shot and injured. Okay, so he was found dead at his home in New York, near the Roscoe area, I believe it was. So apparently, okay, so his name is Roy Den Hollander. All right, and then apparently in his vehicle, and I don't know, I haven't seen anything that says where he was found dead, how he was found dead. They said it was apparently a self-inflicted gunshot wound, which we all know how those can go. There's a lot of things that are fishy with this whole thing. So I haven't seen anything yet on that. I will look. I'm trying to remember to look into that later. So, but apparently in his vehicle, he had a photo of Chief Judge Janet DeFiore in his car. She's with the state. So it says, in addition to finding her phone in the car, authorities also found her name and address. Near Cuomo said in a Congress call reporters Tuesday. State police were providing security for her. So he was a self-described anti-feminist lawyer. He was found dead in his car of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound in Rockland, New York, which is a 2-hour drive from the North Brunswick home Solace. So ages reported 69 and 72. So apparently he's wearing a face covering and a FedEx delivery driver uniform. The FBI is also investigating whether he was involved in the July 11th killing of men's rights lawyer Mark Angelucci. He was shot at his front door by a gunman wearing a FedEx uniform. It'd be interesting to see. So she was a judge in the 2015 lawsuit Den Hollander filed in federal court claiming the selective service system, which requires men to register for military draft, discriminates against both sexes in violation of the equal protection as incorporated into the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. So it'll be interesting to see what the connection is there between all of these people. I find it very odd and it's very suspicious to me that this happened literally a few days after she was assigned a part of the Epstein case, where he's being so Deutsche Bank was being sued by its investors because they failed to monitor Epstein. So this is a little it's a little weird to me. So anyway, so let's go to Joe Biden. So first off, I don't know how in the world Joe Biden is the best that the Democrats have. I mean, I don't know how. Out of all the people that's eligible to run for president, these are the options that we have. Okay? Yeah, there's a lot of things that Trump does that I don't like. There's stuff that he does that I do like. Do I think that there's a better person for the job? Yes. I think it was very, when it came down to it, you've got, this is who you got. Like I just said, out of all the people eligible to run, we get Trump and Hillary. Now this time around, it's Trump and Biden. I mean, come on. What kind of choice is that? So, anyway, from Newsweek, Biden wants to impose the highest capital gains tax rate since Jimmy Carter in 1977. Okay, so according to the nonprofit taxpayer advocacy group Americans for Tax Reform, all right, Joe Biden wants to impose the highest capital gains tax rate since Jimmy Carter era, known for its economic stagnation. Biden wants to take the current capital gains tax rate of 20% and double it to 39.6. It's the highest rate since 1977, and the highest possible capital gains rate was 39.875%. They offered several different examples of Biden suggesting he wants to increase the capital gains tax in the video post by the organization on YouTube. And he said, so every single solitary person, their capital gains are going to be treated like real income, and they're going to pay 40% on their capital gains tax. A couple of days later, he said, I'm going to double the capital gains rate to 40%. And, I don't know. I don't know how people can vote for him. I really don't. All right, another article about Joe Biden. Joe Biden vows to completely outlaw new production of gas-powered cars if elected. All right, part of a massive new $2 trillion climate plan. Presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden promised to shift America away from gas-powered vehicles through executive action on the first day of his presidency. The first key element of his campaign's plan for a clean energy revolution. Former Vice President vowed to take executive action on day one to not just reverse all of the damage Trump has done, but go further and faster. The plan states, with a main point in bold. Day one of the Biden administration is going to be very busy. Immediately make progress on his climate agenda, Biden will take actions, including requiring aggressive methane pollution limits for new and existing oil and gas operations, developing rigorous new fuel economy standards aimed at ensuring 100% of new sales for light and medium-duty vehicles will be zero emissions, and annual improvements for heavy-duty vehicles, protecting America's national treasures by permanently protecting the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge and other areas impacted by President Trump's attack on federal lands and waters, and banning new oil and gas leasing on public lands and waters. Should be carried out the move to develop fuel economy standards equivalent to electric vehicles would effectively outlaw the sale and production of gas-powered vehicles in the United States. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even want to think of what that would look like. I don't know. It would just be insane. Absolutely insane. But this is something that these are things that people need to think about. Okay, and you got people that are out there that want to vote for Biden just because they want to get rid of Trump. Okay, well, you got to know these things. You got to know what he stands for and what he's going to do. And if you're just out there, you're just going to vote for him to get rid of Trump, it's like playing Russian roulette. It's not smart. It's not a good thing to do. So this is all I have for today. A couple other things I'm going to be working on. I'm going to look into that attack on the judge a little bit more. See what I can find out. So Like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. A lot of people, they aren't seeing these things. They just go by what CNN tells them, or whatever. Right? They don't really know or care to know or want to know things, but they should. I wish that everybody would kind of, look things up, research things, educate themselves. They unfortunately they don't do that as much as they should. But share the videos. Hopefully, people will see things and learn a little bit. So until next time, stay safe and have a good day.